Hi everybody, and welcome inside the State Champs Sports Network studios on the campus of Lawrence Technological University. It's time for another edition of the Best of State Champs presented by our friends at Lawrence Tech.
That's right, LTU has so many great degree programs, but if you have an interest in engineering, your college destination search stops here. The 2021 U.S. News & World Report has again awarded Lawrence Tech one of the best undergrad programs and the best engineering graduate schools in the country. Visit LTU.edu for more, and if you're an athlete, recruit yourself by going to LTUathletics.com.
We have selected the best spring sports highlights we produced over the past week from Ohio, Indiana, and Michigan. So let's not waste any more time and get right to it.
I'm Kevin Trzynski, and we go to Bishop Chatard for some boys lacrosse as the Trojans welcomed in the Fishers Tigers. Chatard riding a 2-game win streak, and the Fishers Tigers looking to bounce back after a tough loss to Hamilton Southeastern. Early on, the Trojans came out on fire, scoring 3, and here comes the 4th. Nick Mads attacks from behind the net on the right side, and the junior would net it home to give Chatard the 4-goal lead at the end of the first. More from the Trojans, and an underclassman showing some muscle with this rocket shot that goes top shelf, and that sophomore Zaid Kale Spurris adding to the tally for Bishop Chatard's lead 5-0. Fishers down 7-0 as the Tigers struggled early, and they finally lit up the board courtesy of senior Jackson Dougherty, who receives the pass and puts the biscuit in the basket. Fishers starting to heat up as Chatard starts to cool down. The Tigers would score a couple before halftime, and one of those came right here as junior Eli Spearman feeds it over to John Pauls, and the freshman delivers. Tigers cutting into the lead, score 7-3 at the break. Jumping to the 4th, and the Tigers down just a single digit at 8-7. Great passing out in front of the net for Fishers, and the setup is money for Luke Paris. The junior ties it up. After this, both teams would score a pair to make it 10-all at the end of regulation. And we head to the start of the second overtime. And right away, Fishers starts the sprint, attacking down the field with a solo effort. Lucas Kress, a freshman, has his eyes set for the goal, and he gets the job done. That's your game winner as Fishers mounts the comeback win over Bishop Chatard. 11-10 your final score.
I'm Andrew Garcia from the Hammond area. Highland needs a 2-game sweep for a share of the NCC title and ran a victory away from the outright crown. Both teams came to play early on. First inning, Mike Perry shoots one back up the middle. Coming in to score is Tyler Stewart. Trojans strike first. Bottom one, Andran goes to work. Mike Jarrett drops one into left for a hit. Brad White scores to make it 1-1. We'll catch up with Jarrett later. Shortly after, Drake Bowen finds nearly the same spot and produces the same result. Jarrett trots home, and just like that, the Niners have a 1-run advantage. To the third, home team looking for more. Peyton Nikšić goes the other way with one. Bowen crosses. The lead is now 2 for the 59ers. Top 4, Andran gets defensive. Matthew Johnson records the K. Zoe Paul fires the second to cut down the runner and complete the strike him out, throw him out DP. Andran still up 2. Now it is Highland's turn on defense. Stewart fields the chopper and fires to Bryce Ozelli for the 4-3 double play. Trojans trying to keep pace, but Andran is relentless. Top 5, Johnson still going strong. The senior strikes out the side. Niners still up 3, and they give their pitcher some insurance in the bottom of the frame. Bowen sends a hot one to short. The throw gets away, allowing Billy Jones to score. Right behind him is Michael Galanos. The big blow, however, comes from the next batter. Jarrett cranks a 2-run home run to left. Andran adds on, and they never look back. The 59ers win 7-3 to win the NCC title. I'm Andrew Garcia from the Hammond area. The Duneland Athletic Conference meets the NCC on this Friday evening. Portage goes on the road to face Munster. Before the game, longtime Munster head coach Bob Schinken was honored with a pregame ceremony. We'll start things in the top of the second inning. Adam Ellis goes back up the middle. That plays Zach Leskowski. The Indians draw first blood, and they aren't done yet. Later in the frame, AJ Vasquez goes to the opposite field, bringing home Tristan Wilkie from third base. 2-0 Portage after an inning and a half. In the bottom of the frame, Munster starts to chip away. Eddie Minifield sends a fly ball to center field. The Mustangs send the runner as Denham Cozy dives in to cut the lead in half. Top of the third, Munster flashes the leather. Chris Iatrides makes the sliding stop, firing across the diamond to end the inning. Mustangs still down 1 until the bottom of the fourth, that is. Minifield delivers again, and once more it is Cozy who scores the tying run. Portage responds in the fifth, though. A man on for Josh Ortiz. The junior with the hit into left scores Gabe West. Indians jump ahead, and now they look for some insurance. Blake Schulte ripping one into center. Coming in to score on the play is Danny Puplava. 4-2 visitors. Game now tied at 4s in the 6th. West goes the other way with one. Getting on his horse and hustling into scores Timothy Royton. Portage again with a 1-run advantage, but Munster is not leaving. Bottom 7, Ben Greiner ties the game with 2 outs. Iatrides comes in to make it 4-4, and now the Mustangs have a chance to win. Brady Ginnivan skies one into the outfield. Greiner is off with contact. The ball falls right between the fielders. That is your game winner. Munster completes the comeback 6-5.
The grill was smoking and the competition certainly heating up at the Northeast Corner Conference track meet. Churubusco, the host of the girls' meet, 11 teams in all competing for the NECC title. We pick it up in the 100-meter hurdles. It's JC Malone from Prairie Heights taking first with a time of 16.3 seconds, just edging out Churubusco's Hannah Borzema, as Prairie Heights would finish 5th as a team at the meet. 100-meter dash, youth being served. Central Noble's Ella Zolman here, finishing first at 12.8 seconds, a big win for the Cougars, who came in 6th overall at the meet. In the 1600 meters, Angola sophomore Grayson Hinckley wins by 6 seconds at 5 minutes 22 seconds. Hinckley also won the 800 and the 3200. 4x100, how about the home team's time to shine? Churubusco's Mariah Hosted anchoring the winning team. Hosted, Audrey Ziegler, Hannah Borzema, and Brielle Shearer teaming up for the win, as Churubusco would tally 160 points to win the NECC girls title for the first time since 2014. Meanwhile, Angola getting a solid effort here from freshman Kylie Caswell. She wins the 400 meters, as the Hornets come in second as a team behind Churubusco with 131.5 points. Garrett coming in third with 70 points at the NECC Girls Championship meet hosted by Churubusco.
I'm Grampy reporting from Ray Park in Terre Haute for the annual Travis Smith County Golf Outing between West Vigo, Terre Haute North, and Terre Haute South. We start on hole number 1 with Terre Haute North golfer Logan Schultz. A great approach with his second shot. He would tap this in later for par. Sticking with North, it's Trey Stidman knocking down this par putt and a fist pump on the second hole of play. Here's Terre Haute South's Andrew Baker on the second green with a long putt for par that is just off the mark. He would clean this one up later for bogey. Later on the same hole, it's Terre Haute North's Gavin Connor with a short putt here, keeping his Patriots in the hunt. Over at the third green, it's Caleb Maris of Terre Haute South sinking this 5-footer for par. That one drops down and in. We head back over to the ones. It's Landon Thome of West Vigo with a par putt on number 4. He connects for this one. His teammate Lyndon Seckinger does not settle for par, but instead knocks down the birdie putt. A nice piece of putting right there. He is not the only one that would birdie with number 4. Ryan Lieberman finishes off a good hole with this bird. He is the medalist on the day. He shoots a 38. However, it's Terre Haute North winning the invite. They have a team score of 164. South is second with 176. West Vigo comes in third with a 190. These teams getting ready for sectional play, which is just a couple of weeks away.
Time now to take a look inside Lawrence Technological University Athletics. We had a chance to chat one-on-one with one of the LTU marching band members to find out why she chose LTU.
My name is Megan Kaminsky, and I'm one of the members of the color guard here at LTU's marching band. I am a sophomore in architecture. It was definitely a bit of a challenge finding a good architecture school in Michigan, and I just naturally kind of came to LTU. A large part of it is LTU is very close to home for me, so it's a very easy school for me to commute to. A lot of the people who are a part of the marching band live here on campus, and a few of us do commute though, and I'm really glad that we have the opportunity to do so, because for me it's really nice to have my college experience and do my schoolwork and kind of have this recreational activity where I can still see my friends and still be able to do something kind of creative and something to express yourself, like being in color guard and playing music. So it's a really nice balance of doing all these different things. And I would say to anyone curious, I always tell a lot of people, you know, LTU is a wonderful local college, and you can do as many things as you can. I know some people are a little bit scared by having too much on their plate, and I would encourage anyone who's worried about that, for sure, do whatever's best for you, but I just want to put it out there that I think it's very doable. So I want to especially put it out there for anyone who is local and would like to commute, because that was an interesting circumstance for me and a couple of others. It is very doable and it's very rewarding.
If you want to learn more about the marching band or becoming a member of the marching band, check out LTUathletics.com and recruit yourself.
It was senior day at Pontiac Notre Dame, where the 11-4 Fighting Irish had a great matchup against 17-3 Royal Oak Shrine.
Let's go! Let's go! Bring it on, boys! Yes, sir. Let's go, give us some energy and start Irish! Let's go!
I'm Greg Molson with the highlights of some great pitching and defense. Kyle Goodsell on second in the second for the Knights. Luke Babbage on the mound. Owen Kelly singles the center, but check out Jeremy Gale with the throw to the plate on a line to Andrew Menny, who makes the tag for the third out of the inning. Then it's the Irish with a runner on first going on the pitch when Stephen Rule gets Jeremy Gale to pop up to first. Drew Comer makes the catch, then steps on first for the easy double play. Then it's the Knights with a runner on first. Gus Simon hits it up the middle, right to Jacob Anderson, though, who steps on second, then fires to first for a Notre Dame double play. They were scoreless into the fifth when the Irish get a runner on third. Ben Sermo hits a chopper to third. Andrew Menny beats the throw to the plate for the first run of the game. Owen Polis takes over for Shrine in the sixth. He gets taken deep by Jacob Anderson over the center fielder's head. That brings Tommy Jopic all the way around from first to score as Anderson gets the triple. He then scores on a perfectly executed squeeze bunt by Andrew Menny. The Fighting Irish going up 3-0. And that's the final, with Luke Babbage finishing off a complete game shutout. Notre Dame improves to 12-4 with its third straight shutout win in a game that lasted just an hour and 20 minutes.
Honestly, today I felt okay early on, but I really felt like I came together later in the game, and that really went with the team making plays. They picked me up early, and I made pitches later in the game when I needed to.
These last three games have actually been against 14, 15, 16, 17 win teams, and we've come out not only on the winning side, but in shutout fashion, 2-0, 7-0, 3-0. So right now we're playing pretty good ball.
Let's head to Hillview Field at Country Day for a Division II boys lacrosse matchup. The Yellow Jackets hosting the Rangers of Forest Hills Central. We pick things up with 1 minute to play in the first. Rangers up 1-0. Crandall Quinn with two Yellow Jacket defenders on him. He takes it all the way to midfield, passes to John Foster. He then finds a wide open John Tomczak for his second goal of the quarter. The Rangers go up 2-0 after one. The lead was 1 in the second. Country Day looking to move the ball out of the defensive zone. Reed Davison knocks the ball free. Colin Ward scoops it up, passes to Davison in front. He puts two defenders in a spin cycle and gets the shot to go. That puts the Rangers back up 2 at 3-1. 3 minutes left in the first half now. Nathan Sargent spikes through the D. He then kicks it to Tomczak for another goal. That gives the junior a hat trick. Country Day trying to cut into the deficit in the third. Luke Grove passes to Eli Stanton, who then finds Caden Ramos. who finds the net. Yellow Jackets down by 3. 3 minutes left in the third. Off the missed shot from Country Day, Rangers goalie Crandall Quinn passes upfield to George Cobb. Reed Davison pushes it into the O-zone, and he finds Colin Ward in front. Who tomahawks it in for the goal. Forest Hills Central up 6-3 heading into the fourth. But that's when the momentum starts to swing toward the Jackets. Moving the ball quickly. Parker Yergo's shot bounces right to his teammate Ryan Chachi, and his shot trickles in. That cuts the Rangers' lead to 2. 4 minutes to play now. Yellow Jackets swinging the ball around the outside. It's Grove cutting to his left, freeing up Caden Ramos. He fires through the 5-hole for the score, and just like that, Country Day cuts the lead to 1. Final minute of the game. Jackets looking for some more fourth quarter magic to tie it up. Grove passes up top to Benny Faber. He fires a shot at the net, but Crandall Quinn makes the clutch save with just 10 ticks left on the clock, and that would seal it. Forest Hills Central hangs on to get the long road win at Country Day. 6-5 is the final score. The Rangers improve to 10-3 on the season.
I'm Jenna Rose, and we go to softball for a KLAA showdown. Howell comes in the number 3 team in the state in Division 1 as they went on the road to take on the Novi Wildcats in Game 1 of a doubleheader. This game featured 2 pitchers in our Total Softball Player of the Year race: Avery Wolverton, the senior from Howell, who's committed to Furman, and Regan Bennett, the sophomore from Novi, who was added to our top 10 last week. And we'll start in the top half of the first. Howell with a runner standing on third base, but it would be Bennett that would get Delaney Gillette to go down looking to end the threat. The Wildcats coming in with a 16-6 record on the season. They had a runner in scoring position in the bottom of the first, but Wolverton would get Camellia Freeman with the swinging K. We were scoreless after the opening inning. Both pitchers were on their game in this one as Bennett brings the heat to Jane Anderson for the strikeout. Back comes Wolverton as she gets Avery Meister to go down swinging. Wolverton finished the game throwing 13 strikeouts. We go to the top of the 6th with the Highlanders threatening again with the pair on. It's Wolverton helping her cause at the plate with the base hit to center that would score Maddie Springer and Natalie Savage. Highlanders would take a 2-0 lead. Now to the bottom of the 7th, the Wildcats looking to even this game with runners on second and third. Elizabeth Ridzik lines it back to Wolverton. She tries to get the double play at third, but the throw is off. Sarah Cho comes in to score. They added another run, and we're going to extra innings tied at 2. Howell looking to regain the lead in the 8th with runners on the corner, but Bennett would throw her 16th strikeout on the afternoon right here on Savage. We now head into the bottom of the 8th. And the Wildcats would have the bases juiced with 2 outs. It would be the sophomore Ridzik with the single. Ali Sharnowski would touch home as Novi wins in walk-off fashion in Game 1 of the doubleheader, 3-2, your final score.
It feels amazing. It's something that, it was a lot of pressure, but I'm happy that I was able to overcome that and do that for my team.
It was great. We've really battled together and really fought through everything. I think it was definitely a challenging game, and I'm just really proud of how we came through.
I'm Mike Erlitis. We head to girls soccer with action in the OAA. The undefeated Cougars of Stony Creek hosting the Highlanders from Rochester Adams. Just a few minutes into this one, the Cougars get a nice look. The shot by Lily Bosley is saved by Adams keeper Maddie Dolenga. We stay scoreless. Halfway through the first, Bosley gets another chance. Her first shot is saved, but she puts home the rebound. Stony Creek out to a 1-0 lead. Adams would get a nice opportunity with the corner. The volley beats the keeper, but Stony Creek's Grace Walters is there for the clear. We stay at 1-0. Closing minutes of the first half, and the Cougars looking to extend their lead. Madeline McGinley hits the corner, but Dolenga comes up with the diving save. Stony Creek still up a goal as we head to the break. We take it to the middle of the second half. Highlanders looking for the equalizer. Great ball by Emma Soul. Amanda Collage's shot just misses wide as Stony Creek holds on, beating Rochester Adams by a final score of 1-0.
I'm Greg Molson at a Tri-Valley Conference doubleheader. The Frankenmuth Eagles on the road against their rivals, the Millington Cardinals, coming into the day at 22-0, ranked number 1 in the state in Division III. Ashley Zeal throwing a great game on the mound for the Cards. She had 11 strikeouts in the opener, but that total was topped by the Eagles' Brooklyn Campo. She had 16. Campo didn't give up a hit until the 4th, when she watches this one go flying over the fence and left. Trinity Fessler with the solo home run to make it 1-0 Millington. That's how it stays into the 7th. Frankenmuth with the tying run on third, but Zeal gets the final out as Millington wins it 1-0. We had the same 2 pitchers going in game 2, but the hitters doing a little bit better. Runner on second for the Cards when Dylan Holmes hits the infield blooper. Lillian Sherman going to third, and when the throw gets away, she comes home to score the first run of game 2. Ashley Zeal follows with a hard-hit single up the middle to bring in Holmes, putting the Cardinals up 2-0 in the second. The Muth gets 1 run back in the bottom of the inning. Nicole Rodhammer with a line shot to right to drive in Campo. Then in the third, it's Faith Breiniger with a grounder that gets past the second baseman. That brings in another run to even it up at 2-all. No more scoring until the 7th when Leah Coleman rips one to the gap in left center. That brings Ashley Zeal racing around from second for the lead. And Zeal then finishes it off on the mound, ending it with the strikeout. Millington wins it 3-2, remaining perfect with a pair of 1-run victories. The Cardinals now 24-0 for the season.
Did you record an unbelievable touchdown, a game-winning goal, or just a proud parent moment? Then we want your clip. Upload your video to the brand new State Champs Network app so we can feature it on one of our shows and give your player, team, and school the recognition they deserve. All it takes is just a few easy clicks, and every clip that is submitted will automatically be eligible for prizes. Download the State Champs Network app today for iPhone and Android devices.
I'm Chuck Pellerito with some boys lacrosse action from Cincinnati as a pair of top 50 teams met up as the Cincinnati Hills Christian Academy Eagles traveled to take on the Milford Eagles, the number 23 team in the state. Tied up at 1 in the early stages here, and check out the teamwork from CHCA. Hayden Gilkinson the give to Jonah Lang, and cross the net Brady Hunt with a quick shot on goal as CHCA takes a 2-1 lead. Milford quickly ties it up before they take the lead back. Carson Raynone splits a pair of defenders with a pass to Sawyer Kopp, and the slick bounce shot gives them a 3-2 lead. And check out Carson Geyer here as he works his way towards the net. He's somehow able to get the shot off, and Milford went into the half scoring a bunch, up 10-3. CHCA not going away though. Lang setting it up, and he finds Hunt again on a big sidearm rip. That closes the gap 11-4. Milford's Geyer gets the ball behind the net, looking for an outlet. He finds freshman Luke Barkemer attacking the net, and a big rip makes it 12-4. Late stages in CHCA working the ball around before Lang finds a crease and gets the shot off from a tough angle, and it was a 13-5 Milford lead. Give CHCA credit for not quitting, but Milford was just too much. Stretching out the field, Keegan Laughlin hits Geyer. He goes over his head for the goal, giving us our final score as Milford down CHCA 14-6, the final. I'm Chuck Pellerito with highlights from the Diamond as the Tuscarawas Central Catholic Saints were on the road taking on the Buckeye Trail Warriors. Saints get things rolling here in the first with runners on second and third. Zane Douglas lifts a long fly ball into left field. That's over the left fielder's head. It rolls up against the fence. Easily scores Chase Harper and Ryan Dick for a 2-0 lead in the first. Warriors on the board from a balk in the second, and in the third, runners on first and second. Braden Williams breaks for third on a ball in the dirt. Catcher's throw just under the glove of the third baseman, rolls into left, and Williams heads home to tie this one up. Still in the third, Tyler Dodd standing on third. Caden Berga with a ground ball to shortstop. Throw goes across the diamond. Dodd heads to the plate, giving Buckeye Trail the lead 3-2. Jump to the sixth, Warriors with a 5-2 lead, threatening again with 2 men in scoring position. Dodd hits a ground ball behind the runners. Cannon Klum comes in to score. Runner moved up to third now for Jensen Helmuth. He hits a grounder to short, has the wheels to beat the throw, and gets a ribby as Williams comes in, making it 7-2. Caden Berga up next with 2 down, lifts a long fly ball over the head of the left fielder. Helmuth on his horse, he scores all the way from first, and it was 8-2 lead for the Warriors. They add 2 more later in the inning, and Caden Berga coming in to close this one out. Runner on first and a line drive to second, picks it on one hop, throw to first in time, and that's the game as Buckeye Trail takes care of business against TCC thanks to a big 6th inning, 10-2, the final score.
I'm Dylan Morello with some baseball highlights up in Bay Village as the 13-8 Bay Rockets were at home taking on a 14-9 Lakewood Rangers squad. The Rockets throwing Jay Reinhardt into this one, and he had a clean first inning, getting all the outs himself via the K. Rangers defense doing work too. Bases full of Rockets. Andrew Chesterfield with the comebacker, but it's picked by Will Hyatt. Heads up play to go to the plate for the force, saving a run. Bases still loaded for Aiden Say. He hits a chopper down the third baseline. Luke Jablanowski with a great off-balance feed to the catcher to get the force and keep this one scoreless. Reinhardt trying to get that last out, but with Tony Batari up, he'll get a hold of one for a 2-bagger, bringing in 2 runs as the Rockets cash in on bases loaded. Check out the stretch from Say as the grounder is fielded by Carlos Cintron at short, gets the throw, but he reaches way out, keeping his foot on the bag for the 3rd out. Rockets add another run in the second and in the 4th, and with a runner on third, Evan Batone delivers a long fly ball to right field, plenty of distance for the sac fly. Runner on second now, and Chesterfield is up. He rips one over the heads of the left fielder, bringing in Aiden Bozak, making it 5-0 Bay. Reinhardt still dealing in the 7th and only giving up a bloop single so far, but with 2 down, he still gets the complete game shutout with a fly out to right field to end it as Bay wins 6-0 over Lakewood.
I'm Kevin Trzynski with 2 of the top girls lacrosse teams in the state of Ohio. The second-ranked Massillon-Jackson Polar Bears with a 13-2 record made the trip to take on the 12-4 Dublin Kaufman Shamrocks. Tied up at 1 early on, Allie Hartnett looking to make something happen, and check out the moves as she spins her way towards the net, unloads and breaks the tie. But a quick reply from the Rocks. Quinn Hammond with the free shot, couple of step strikes, the net, and we are tied back up at 2. Hartnett running behind the net looking for an outlet, and she finds Riley Floyd cutting in front, putting the Polar Bears back up a digit headed into the half. It wouldn't take long for the second half for Kaufman to tie it back up. Senior Amanda Bailey with the free shot, and it goes straight overhead, tying it up at 4. Both squads with a pair of goals before Jackson breaks the tie again. Hartnett serves it to Chelsea DeBevic. She slices her way towards the net and from a tough angle, netting it home. Polar Bears up 6-5. And the Rocks with another free shot attempt. This time, the honors go to Kate Tayek. She attacks the net, and this game tied at 6. Kaufman goes for 2 in a row as Tayek finds senior captain Mary Proctor for a quick strike, taking a 7-6 lead into the late stages. Polar Bears getting a chance to tie it up with a free shot. Hart with a great deke as she runs at the goalie and tie game yet again at 7. And another free shot for Jackson, this time Debevic gives it a go, runs at the net, stops on a dime to turn and gunning it home, giving the Polar Bears the lead and the game as they hold off Dublin Kaufman 8-7 the final score.
Make sure you tune in next week as we've got sectionals going on in several sports from Indiana. Playoffs in Ohio too, and things are starting to heat up in Michigan.
That's right. You can catch all of the highlights we film here on the network from Michigan, Ohio, and Indiana by checking out State Champs Network on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube, or download the free State Champs Sports app.
I don't even have to say it. You know we'll do this again next week, so please join us once again on State Champs High School Sports Show.
State Champs High School Sports Show is proudly presented by Lawrence Technological University, where Blue Devils dare.